Okay, hello everybody. This is the inaugural video for Minecraft Ninja, and this is Randy. Zachary's right behind me, but I'm going to be taking the lead on this video. He'll be doing some in the future. The first thing you got to do if we want to get the first task I really want to teach you guys is I want to teach you how to set up your own Bukkit server, and there's a fair amount to it. Now how I've done it is I've done it by hosting on Amazon Web Services, which I'll show you in a minute. Before you can get to that, the first thing you have to do is you have to go and download a client. It's called an SSH client, okay, and it's secure shell hosting, I believe is the acronym. And it basically does an encrypted sign-in, an encrypted terminal, and it's critical for Amazon, because Amazon, the way you log in to the password is with a public key, and so SSH facilitates that. Telnet client won't work. You have to have an SSH client. So I'm going to show you how to get one. And so there's two ways. One is if you're on a Windows machine, I really recommend that you look at the free SSH client for Windows, WinSCP. An absolutely wonderful program, okay, because it's both an FTP client and it's also a SSH client, and that is really handy if you're on the Windows platform. If you're on the Mac, it gets a little bit more complicated, but not much. You have to. The way I've done it is that I've divvied it up into a terminal program and an FTP client, and I'll show you both of those. So first, let's look at the hardest case, which is the Mac, and it's also the because you have to you don't have as integrated a client as you do with the PC with WinSCP. So bring up the Apple Store and then search under VSSH, and you'll see this one thing here called VSSH Lite. It's a free program, and you can install it. So go to here and then hit the install key. And I've already go with it, but I'll go through it just to show you guys the process. So it's saying, you know, that's already bought it, it's free, so I didn't pay anything for it. But there it goes, and then you'll see it go down into your Launchpad. And so we'll open up the Launchpad here. You can see that part of it. So it's waiting, as you see here, on the taskbar. So while it's doing that, we will go back and look at some of the features on this. So you see it's the developers tool. It'll run through some screenshots here, and it's free, and it's and it'll also do Telnet. You're not going to be using really Telnet for much of anything working with the Amazon stuff. So let's see how we're doing and see if this thing is downloaded yet. And it's installing right now. Okay, so we are installing it. So it's good. So let's open it up. And it's always good to drag it down. See, it's over here on the taskbar. If you can drag it down to the taskbar, that makes sense as well. So it's starting up right now. Bring it to the front. Okay, so this is the screen that you got, and we're going to go through really how you set up a session here. So the name, let's go new Bukkit server. And SSH. The username that we're going to be using, take this down, is UBUNTU, okay? And the password we bring rack. This here is really critical. The private key, we'll be using that later, okay? So we have a few more things to put in. the host, the port, password, auto run, and security. So we'll save this as new. Oops, host cannot be empty. So right here is where you put an IP address. I'm not going to put one in for this point because I want to show you how you get the IP address. You get that from AWS. So I'll leave that blank here, and I'll conclude this video right here, and we'll move to our next one, which is getting on to Amazon Web Services. Thanks, and have a great time.